Thank you, Gary. Hello, letter carriers. All right. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Okay, it's a little bit of a sleepy crowd. We're still early, right? 5 o'clock start. So it's great to be with you this evening and celebrate and support the NALC. You have a fantastic union, and it's clear that you are near and dear to my heart because, as was mentioned, I'm from Oregon, and there's a certain college football team that's actually playing this very minute, a very important game, and there are a few things that would draw me away from my Oregon Ducks, and the letter carriers is one of them, so I'm so proud to be here with you tonight. And I'd like to congratulate your president, Fred Rolando, and yes, let you know how much the labor movement appreciates him. The AFL-CIO executive council that he serves on, he brings such reason and such calm to what often can be somewhat chaotic environments at times, but he always just has the right thing to say, and I just appreciate him so much. And also congratulations to, you have a whole slate of officers that deserve congratulations tonight, but another great leader, Executive Vice President Tim O'Malley, and Vice President George Mignon, and I hope I said that correctly. Mignon, I like, yes, exactly, filet mignon, mignosi. I apologize. That, they say the filet mignon is the top cut, the top drawer, right? So I'm going to go with that. And Jane Brondell, where'd she go? Jane Brondell, Secretary Treasurer, who has been a great role model for so many people, especially women leaders in the labor movement. So we all thank Jane. Give her a hand. And we also, as has been said earlier, have a lot of thanks to give to President Emeritus Bill Young for his leadership and retiring Executive Vice President Gary Mullins for your years of service as well. So thank you so much. And I don't need to tell you that the letter carriers have a long and amazing history. And it's been 121 years since the founding of your union. And over the years, you've seen your share of depressions and wars and political attacks. But through it all, you've been a proud and a constant force in the labor movement. And for so many years, and particularly the last 2 years, your commitment to the political program in the labor movement has been absolutely incredible. So give yourselves a hand for that. Your political release staff played a key role in so many pivotal races throughout the country for working family candidates, so we can't thank you enough for that work in the labor movement. Now, the election results were a little disappointing, right? Yeah. We all feel a little down, but we have a lot that we have to continue to fight. Because this year, we are looking at a more hostile Congress, more hostile state legislatures, and overlay that all with the truly terrible economic environment that we're operating in. And working families are right in the bullseye. So we're struggling, of course, with lost jobs, lost homes, and lost hopes. And we're going to be the focus of a growing corporate attack, let's face it. And I don't mean to be a downer, some would say a Debbie Downer if you watch Saturday Night Live, but these are the facts, and this is the environment we're operating in. But if anyone has seen these attacks before, it's you. And we are going to be looking to you again and again for guidance, for solidarity, and for strength. So now's the time to stand together, shoulder to shoulder, because we have so many critical fights ahead of us, don't we? And it's starting right now. And our biggest fight that we need right now is jobs. Jobs, you've been hearing it a lot. Finally, we're getting some attention on Capitol Hill, that jobs should be the first word on everyone's lips. But someone has to turn this economy around and do it fast. So our priority remains the same as it was last month, and the month before that, and the month before that. And it's going to continue to be the same until we rebuild America's middle class. That's right. Now, we're also going to have to be fighting some defensive battles. And the corporations are already gearing up for attacks on workers nationally, in states, and we're going to be fighting right to work for less battles in the states and paycheck deception. Anybody remember those battles? And guess what else? Attacks on our public workers' jobs and pensions, like the efforts that are already underway that you're seeing to cut pay and erode your pensions and end Saturday delivery at the U.S. Postal Service. All right, let me hear it. Okay. The push to cut Saturday delivery is nothing more than a scheme to hamstring the post office. It's a sham, it's not a money saver, and it does not mark a path to fiscal health, no matter what they say. Saturday delivery is one of the main reasons why the Postal Service has kept its competitive edge, and why FedEx and UPS and the Postal Service are the Postal Service's fastest growing customers. Ending Saturday delivery would do so much more to drive away business than it would to save money. It seems so simple. And we know all of these proposals to cut pay are going to create a two-tier system at the Postal Service and just continue to lower standards. All told, the cutbacks could continue, if they were to continue, could eliminate, as you know, as many as 200,000 jobs. Do we need that now in this economy? No. So you're going to need the entire labor movement with you, fighting on this. And we're going to be there for you. Just like you'll be there for the rest of the building trades workers when they're fighting prevailing wage cuts. Just like you'll be there for the Wisconsinites and the Pennsylvanians pushing back against right to work for less proposals. Just like you'll be there for the teachers whose school budgets are being slashed. And for the manufacturing workers whose corporate bosses want to send their jobs overseas. So we're going to stand with you. We're going to stand together. And you know that none of this is going to be easy. We're pushing back. We're pushing back against tricky and elusive opponents. People who are cooking up inflammatory nonsense on Fox, I need another hiss, about death panels. We've been hearing about this all through the healthcare debate. We are hearing about socialist government attacks or takeovers, right? Scary stuff. And really, they're talking about us, right? And they know how to tap into and create that fear and that anxiety that keeps people kind of off kilter. And they use that emotion to create resentment. It's fascinating to watch. So right now, too much of the public, instead of demanding decent pensions for themselves, they're screaming against pensions like ours. You know, it's a crime to have a pension in this country, according to most people out there watching Fox News. So the corporate story always undermines working people, is the bottom line. We're seeing more and more of it. So you might think that in this lull after the elections, that after the nonstop corporate-funded TV attack ads, that the war against working families by corporations is over. Not by any means. It is just less out in front. It's more insidious and sort of under the radar. So I don't know if anyone has seen the new holiday ad by none other than Walmart this holiday season. Yeah, another hiss, there we go. This is good. So I don't know if you've seen these ads, but there's an ad out there right now. It features a grandfather, and he's praying hand in hand with his little grandchildren just before they all sit down to a big holiday meal. And it shows that somehow in this tough economy that the family figured out how to get it together and survive, because that's what families do. Then comes the Walmart logo at the bottom. And it's as if somehow Walmart is taking credit for saving Christmas. Aren't they wonderful? Wow. But the reality is, as you know, that Walmart's corporate policies have been dragging down our working families for years. And through outsourcing and lower wages and crummy benefits and increased demand on our nation's safety net, we all know their story. But that ad sums up so much of what we're fighting against. Opponents that are both pandering to our shared experience, and at the same time, they're misinforming people. And they're urging us to take actions that actually worsen our situation. So it's very, very dangerous. And we, as a labor movement, need to be a mighty movement who is creative and smart and speaks the truth against these outrageous claims. And we are. We are. So together, we're going to continue to fight. We're going to continue to fight for the middle class, and we're going to fight for workers everywhere. And just to set the record straight, Walmart is not going to be saving anyone's holiday. Didn't want you to leave with that. Do you know really who and what would save the holidays? Jobs, pure and simple. Oh, and there's also that other thing, the delivery of all those holiday gifts by the letter carriers, right? So we're relying on you to deliver that filet mignon to everybody. And we're relying on you day after day, year after year. And I just want to say congratulations to all of your elected officers. Thank you for all that you do for the labor movement, and happy, happy holidays.